Hello and welcome to highlights of the third edition of Paris-Roubaix Femmes Avec Zwift, the Hell of the North. Young fans trying to catch a glimpse of their favourite riders at the start. And a special moment with Magnus Backstedt, 2004 winner of Canyon SRAM, sports director and daughter Zoe of EH Education, Tipco Silicon Valley Bank, her first Paris-Roubaix. Audrey Cordon-Rago, the French champion, now with human-powered health after a difficult time with ZAF and B&B Hotels. We caught glimpses of Chiara Consoni and Five for Georgie, ST Works, the super team. Marianne Vos went into the race. You can never discount the greatest of all time. Trek Segafredo, though, have won this race the two previous years with Lizzie Deignan and Elisa Longo-Borghini. They started from Denain, two non-starters in Mount Rhinebeck and Mylene Deserter. But 145.4 kilometres awaited with 29.2 kilometres of cobblestone split into 17 sectors. The first of which coming with 82.5 kilometres to go and signified 1 to 5 stars, 1 being the easiest, 5 being the most brutal, and looking towards sections such as the Carrefour de l'Arbre and then into Roubaix for the lap and a half of the iconic velodrome to finish. 18 riders made the leading group. Lisa Klein, Femke Marcus, Alice Towers, Danik Hangevel, Marta Lack, Katia Ragusa, Laura Tomasi, Josie Talbot, Lisa van Helvoort, Julia Borgstrom, Alison Jackson, Mary Morgan Ledurf, Suzanne Anderson, Amber Pate, Jesse van der Bulk, Marion Borash and Marta Troyen. Unfortunately, Marianne Vos had a puncture and it would be a big task for the Jumbo-Visma rider to get back into the mix as she was chasing into Orshi, and it was Elisa Balsamo who set to work and sacrificed herself on the front, not only to bring the gap down but try and prevent Marianne Vos from getting back in. Lorena Wiebes, leader of the Women's World Tour, led the peloton into sector 12 and Lotte Kopecky accelerated just as we had a crash that involved Shari Bossau, Charlotte Kuhl and Eleanor Backstedt. Elisa Longo-Borghini, Five for Georgie, making it back into the bunch. The early breakaway with just over 47 kilometres to go. Danik Hangevel back into that break with 43.8 to go. The second group on the road, a momentary lull, swelled in numbers onto sector 9, and a huge crash took down most of the favourites, with only Romy Kasper making it through. It would be yet another big chase for the group of favourites. Kasper would be joined by a group of 12 riders, making a second group that would contain Lucinda Brown, Elise Chabet, Five for Georgie, Marta Bastianelli, Josie Tolbert, Marie Morgan Ledurm, Margot Vigie, Maria Martins and Christina Schweinberger. Lotte Kopecky, a Jersey muddled, was driving Group 3. Marianne Vos was in the group with some teammates, albeit hanging on the back. Unfortunately, a crash in the leading group by Laura Tomasi. She crashed out on the final 5-star section, the Carrefour de l'Arbre. 7 leaders at the end of Sector 3. Alison Jackson, Marta Lack, Eugenie Duval, Femke Marcus, Katia Ragusa, Marta Troyen and Marion Borash. It was down to just 10 seconds with Alison Jackson trying to encourage the leading group to keep working. Lucinda Brand of Trek Segafredo made one huge attack, but was neutralised, only for a teammate, Elisa Longo-Borghini, to go straight over the top. It was 4.1k to go. The breakaway, though, was still holding 20 seconds. It was down to 10 as they exited the final section of cobbles and swung onto the velodrome for the final lap and a half. It was Marta Lack leading out from Alison Jackson, Katia Ragusa, Eugenie Duval, Femke Marcus with Marion Borash on the back, Marta Troyen in there. Disaster, though, for Marcus, who was riding on the Côte d'Azur. The blue at the bottom went down. Alison Jackson came through as Marion Borash launched a move over the top. The French rider, could she make it a dream finish for the home nation? But into the home straight, it was Canada's Alison Jackson, one of the most popular riders in the peloton, that came through and made herself a legend of Paris-Roubaix. and takes the 2023 edition. The group sprint behind was won by Lotte Kopecky of SD Works, who just edged out Pfeiffer Georgie. Victory dance for Alison Jackson of Canada, who takes the victory, and celebrations all round for the EF Education Tibco Silicon Valley Bank team. The Queen of the Classics, as Paris-Roubaix is known, we crowned our first winner 3 years ago with Lizzie Deignan, Elisa Longoborghini last year, and now Alison Jackson of Canada. Your top 10 looks like this: Alison Jackson, Katia Ragusa, Amata Troyan is your podium. Duval, Borash, Lack, Kopecky, Georgie, Consoni and Voss, your top 10. Huge moment in the career of Alison Jackson. Not a dry eye in the house as Canada crowns their Paris-Roubaix Femme champion